Oh, I got my own little beat going. I need some I need some theme music. I need some water. Y'all better come on because I ain't gonna be here long. I'm sure not. I'm really, 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 really not. What they talking about? What they on here fighting about? I should have did this as a video because I could have got this over with. But you know what? I don't know who that one person is, but we about to get started because I'm not gonna be on here all day. Honeybee, hi Honeybee. We about to get started because I don't want to be on here too long. I guess the rest of the people will come in. So this is my. We'll just sit it right there because you can see it. Maybe if I put the phone over here, I can see the chat. This is my Moses in the Cradle plant. It is also known as Moses in the boat, or a boat lily, or a cradle lily. This is a very beautiful green. The lighting is really not doing this plant justice. The purple, you really not getting the deep purple of this plant. This is an extremely beautiful plant, especially when the light hits it a certain way. It is absolutely gorgeous. So it is green, and I think that is more of a light lavender, kind of like purple on the leaves, and then that dark um, purple on the underside of the leaves. A gorgeous plant, but it is very temperamental. This plant requires a lot of light. And when I say lot, I mean it wants to be right in front of the window, not because when I first purchased it, I had it on a shelf. It was facing the window, but it was too far away. It wasn't getting a lot of light. This plant requires a lot of direct sunlight because these are tropical plants. These plants are from Brazil and South Mexico. They grow outside and they can tolerate the heat. I have never put this one outside, but they when I read up on it, it said that they can be outside, but I'm not gonna try it because it's been in the house the entire time that I've had it. When I first purchased it, I didn't know what I was doing because hey, I was a new plant owner, and this was one of the plants that I literally almost killed. I mean, I had got down to a couple of sprigs, and I was like, you know what? Let me try to find out what is going on with this plant. And the first thing I saw was highlight. Needs a lot of light. Needs a lot of moisture. Light, light, light. And I said, well, let me move it closer to the window. And honey, when I moved this baby closer to the window, she just took off. She's just growing every which way in this pot. She just growing. It needs to be watered now. So it is, the soil is really dry. But this plant is related to the wandering Jew. They are in the same family. And I have a major love for plants that are purple. Any plant with some purple in it is always going to catch my eye when I go to a plant store. I love them. I love purple. I think that purple is such a beautiful color. Oh, Lord. Okay, girl. Purple is such a beautiful color and I love it. And one other thing I love, a lot of my plants have this interesting Christian undertone. Moses in the basket, wandering Jew, crown of thorns. A lot of my plants have a Christian, I don't ask me why. It's such a coincidence. It's really coincidental that a lot of plants I have Christian undertones to them, or are named after something that is related to the Bible. I have no idea why. I mean, could it be the spiritualist gets Christian plants? Who knows? But I just think that that's interesting, and I brought that up. If I'm cutting the head off, I'm sitting on something, and we working this out the way we can today, okay? And don't laugh at the poster on my granddaughter's bedroom door. Yeah, she's a very, pretty, very pretty plant. Will bring a lot of color to any room. As long as you have sun, and you can put it as close to the window as possible, she'll be happy. And you'll tell right away if she ain't happy because she ain't gonna grow. As a matter of fact, she gonna dry up and die. Cause I almost lost her. I only had like a few little old sprigs left, and she just decided, just started coming back when I put her closer to the window, and she was able to get more sun. But it's a beautiful growing plant. I This plant will flower. I have not. It has not flowered for me yet, but they say it will flower inside of the things here. The flower will grow out of there. I haven't had her flower for me yet, but I have had my wandering Jew, the one that is in a real pot. I have had it to flower, and it's just really small. The flowers are really small that come on the leaves, but they're so cute because they're so vibrant. Looks like it. This one might. This one is going to flower here. That's going to turn into a flower. So your wandering Jews uh, will flower for you if they're in the right condition and they're receiving enough light. They will flower. I'm waiting now for my Hoya. I really want my Hoya carnosa. That's going to be an accomplishment for me. If I can get that Hoya to flower, I will be so happy. And I'm waiting for this beautiful plant to flower also, because I feel like it's at a position now. I have it in the sun, it's getting enough sun, it's getting enough light, it's growing so beautifully that it should flower. Come on, girl, I need you to flower, okay? I need some flowers. Can you give me some flowers? But you so pretty. You are so pretty. Even if you don't flower, I'm not gonna hold it against you. I'm really not, because you are so beautiful and you are growing so well that I'm not even gonna trip. If you don't flower, you just don't. I just appreciate what you have given me and what I have accomplished with this flower. This plant is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Do I want it to flower? Yeah. But am I gonna have a fit if it doesn't? Mm-mm. Because what's that song say? If you don't do nothing else, you've already done enough. You've already done enough, sweetheart. You are gorgeous. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. No matter what they say, words can't bring me down. Hey, a beautiful magic. Hey, Yardy, Yardy. Cola, cola. Yeah, you gotta water your plants, girl. You gotta water them. You gotta talk to them. You gotta take care of them. I'm not trying to. This is not the season of losing plants. I'm not trying to lose no plant. Have I lost anything recently? I haven't lost anything, but I do have some plants that are not doing as well as I will want them to. And I probably will do a video and show, some of and I don't want to call them failures because it's not a failure. It's a lesson, that I'm learning. If I lose a plant, it's not a failure for me. This is a lesson. Okay. Either I'm going to try this again and try a different approach, or that's not the plant for me and I don't want to do that again. Just like the prayer plant. Those are not, I don't do well with prayer plants. So I'm not going to continue to purchase those plants, and I just cannot seem to get it right. A lot of people are saying, California has hard water. It could be the fact that we have fluoride in our water here, and those plants just don't take well to that. They want filtered water, and I'm not about that life. I'm not going to be filtering water and doing all of that kind of stuff just for one plant. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm like, I'm not going to get another prayer plant, even though I do think that those plants are really beautiful. Maybe they're just not for me, and I'm not gonna keep wasting my money on them. So you get what you can grow, unless you don't mind, trying again and trying again and trying again. I do. After I think I lost probably about either 2 or 3 prayer plants, and I don't want to do that again. That ain't my thing. So I ain't gonna do it. Hey, Tina, Tina. A prayer plant is a plant that actually closes up at night. The leaves look like, when they close up, they look like praying hands. And in the morning, when they see the sun, they, open back up. It's a whole family of, they're beautiful plants, but for whatever reason, I have a hard time. I have a hard time growing them. That's a prayer plant, and they close up at night and they open back up in the morning. It's a whole family of plants that do that. That their leaves, they kind of close up in the evening. Once it starts to get darker, they kind of close up, and then in the morning when they see the light, they open back up. But the regular name for it is a prayer plant, and of course they have the Latin name for the plant also. And I love them. I think that they're beautiful, but they just don't like me. So it's not that they don't like me. They just, I guess, either don't like the conditions that I had. I mean, I really believe it was the water that was doing it, because the plant was just, the leaves were just turning brown. You know, it would start with the tips of the leaves just turning brown, and it would just continue. The leaf would fall off. I mean, it got down to the point where my plant only had like one leaf, and then that one died. But that was how my Rex begonia was. And this was so funny. I had a beautiful purpley colored Rex begonia, and it was just dying. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just put this stupid plant outside on my porch. I think it was like one leaf left. And I said, well, it's going to die. I'm going to just put it outside, on my porch, and then just recycle the pot. A couple of months, I wasn't even paying any no attention. I went out there one day and I had a whole begonia. I mean, the begonia was growing, leaves was getting big and everything. And I said, you really did all of that just to get outside. You could have just told me, dude, I'd have put you outside. You didn't have to drop leaves and pretend like you was gonna die and stuff just to get outside. So now the begonia is on my porch, supplying food for the snails, because the snails, I guess, like begonia, and the snails have been coming and eating off of my begonia every day. But I'm not gonna trip off of it, because I know I can't bring it back in the house, because it didn't work out here. So the begonia has become food for snails, but it's still growing. So I go out and water it. Um, when I water my outside plants, I will water it in the wintertime. You don't really have to water your outside plants when it's raining. So the only time I really water my outside plants is now when the weather is nice, because all I have outside is succulents and cactus, except for that begonia and my ponytail palm. I put her outside because it seemed like she needed a little bit more sun than what I was giving her in the house. So the only thing you have to do is figure out what type of lighting situation your plants need. What is the watering situation. How much water do they need, how much light do they need. I'm sitting in my hallway, a portion of my hallway. Now, I would not grow any plants here, because the sun does not come in this little area enough. I could probably get away with a ZZ plant probably here, because they don't need as much direct sunlight. But I don't have any plants here. All of my plants are facing the window in the other part of the hallway. Like, it seems like it's really lit up here, but it's not. I have the light on. So I wouldn't put any plants here, because this is day. This is the middle of the day, and this is the only light that this area is getting, because my bedroom window is not open. So I wouldn't keep any plants in this hallway, unless it was maybe a ZZ, but I wouldn't even do that to a ZZ plant. I keep my ZZ plant where it gets enough sunlight. So that's it, y'all. Oh yeah, it is great. I don't bring in anything. Doing not here. Everything stays outside, because it never dips. If it dips below 30 here in the Bay Area, we setting records. You know what I mean? That's a record for us. So everything stays outside all year long. I think even my ponytail palm stayed outside all summer. I mean, all winter last year. I don't bring in no cactus or anything. Even when it rains here in California, we don't get like weeks worth of rain. So if it rains, it just rains, and they're in draining pots, so the water will drain through anyway. I've never lost a cactus. I've never lost any succulents from the weather. Never. I mean, we've had a couple of days during the winter where it hailed or whatever, but it wasn't enough to damage any of my plants. Plus, my plants are on a covered porch. They get all the sunlight, but the porch is kind of covered. So when it rains, you know how the rain goes at an angle, they get wet, but it's just not torrent. We don't get torrential rain here in the Bay Area. It just don't rain like that. Thank God. So yeah, I don't bring anybody in during the winter. I have too many outdoor plants anyway to um to bring them in. Plus, they wouldn't do well. They don't do, your cactus and succulents, they don't do as well in the house as they do outside. Outside, they grow like weeds. In the house, they're searching for sun. You're not regulating your temperatures in the house like it is outside, and they're just not going to grow as well. And a lot of people like to keep cactus and succulents and stuff in the house, but that ain't my thing. I think I have one, um, I have two or three in the house, and I only brought them in the house because it seemed like the sun was kind of burning their tips, and I brought them in to see what was going on. But I don't normally keep them in the house. They're to me the cactus and succulents are not house plants. Those are outdoor plants. They want to be outside so they can grow. So that's where I keep them. I keep my house plants in the house, and I keep my succulents and cactus outside. So that's it, y'all. I'm going to go because my husband is probably going to come up here at any minute. He's got to get ready for work. And I talked to my doctor, and he wants me to, he doesn't think I'm getting enough rest. So I'm going to listen to what he's saying and lay down and rest. Even though I'm not doing anything in this video, he still says he wants me to, just lay down and give my chest a little bit more resting time. So I'm going to do that. Uh, I'm probably going to take some pictures of this young lady and post her on my Instagram, so that you guys can see it. And I do have one more. I have two of these. So I'm going to probably take pictures of the two of them later on and post them on my Instagram after I take a nap. See, they do have, you do have some stray leaves every now and then. You just break them off. Don't worry if your plant gets a yellow leaf, just take it off. Some people see stuff like that and panic. Oh my God! No, just pull that dead leaf off and throw it away. They shed their skin just like we do. Don't trip off of that. Okay, you guys. I love you guys so much. Rest is best. You know that. Tina, I see you on Instagram. Thank God I can lay down and Instagram. Me and Tina be on Instagram sending each other crazy pictures and stuff. Tina keeps me company. She don't know how much I appreciate her because, it's times when I be bored waiting on my husband to come home from work, and Tina will send me something crazy, and I be laughing, and she keep me company until, till he come home. So I really do appreciate you guys. When you guys check up on me, you don't realize how much I appreciate that. And I really do. So I love you guys so much. And I probably will not do another live. I'll probably post some pictures later on, and that's probably going to be about it. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.